going to buy this shawarma with this Bitcoin. You ready?
Okay.
All right.
Just hit send.
Send. Send.
Done. Oh, I got it.
You got the
Amazing. After Donald Trump, the new expected Canadian Prime Minister is bullish on crypto and Bitcoin. But what about the altcoin rally that we've been waiting for? We're starting to see Solana and Injective turn very bullish recently, but what's driving it? This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody, and if you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop latest content. Follow us on Twitter, AltcoinBuzzIO, and as always, not financial advice, and wish you the best of luck in your crypto ventures. We're celebrating Christmas and New Year's with a big offer. Get 20% off a yearly subscription to Altcoin Buzz Alpha. Altcoin Buzz Alpha subscribers following our calls have profited 35x the subscription price already. Get into a core crypto community that you deserve. Follow the steps below and join us in Altcoin Buzz Alpha. Alright guys, so starting off today, Bitcoin has broken above this level which we were watching yesterday. This was a level of resistance at around $100,000. We broke through yesterday and we went to around 102,500, and then we are now coming and we're kind of rejecting here. But if we can do what we thought and we can hold above this level and we can kind of consolidate above this 100K level, even though it does kind of look ugly right now, if we can consolidate in this area and then head up, this is very bullish and this is what we want to see. So unfortunately, the chart doesn't look very nice right now, but this is kind of what we're expecting more or less. We break through this level and then we kind of retest this level, and then hopefully we kind of consolidate around this area. If we do break back under, it is a lot less bullish. If we start to go under $100,000 and we start closing 4-hour candles underneath it, not nearly as bullish, especially if we break down below $98,000. If we come down below here, it's a lot less bullish because this is retracing the entirety of this breakout candle. So if we do break down below here, it is looking super bearish and we're probably going down towards this $90,000 level. So we have to all just kind of pray right now that we are holding above $100,000 today and this week. So that's it for Bitcoin right now. Now, Dan at Crypto Trades recently said Bitcoin has only just started its price discovery phase. We're now in the first full week of post-halving year, which is historically the most bullish year of the cycle. Exciting times. And he shares this chart of the previous all-time highs of the different cycles, 2013, 2017, 2021, and now going into 2025, we are now breaking through all-time highs and, going into price discovery now. So hopefully this continues. And then recently, yesterday, Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, was very anti-crypto. Was basically, he resigned, and it seems like he was kind of forced out, but he said he resigned, and now a very pro-crypto and pro-Bitcoin person might become the next Prime Minister in Canada. Pierre Poilievre is supposedly the next kind of head lead for the Prime Minister of Canada, and Trudeau, who was very anti-crypto, kind of like the last US party, is now potentially being replaced by someone who's very pro-crypto, which could be great for Canada. So Bitcoin is up 4% to $102,000 as Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's resignation. It's time for Canada to renormalize and embrace Bitcoin. Canadian Strategic Bitcoin Reserve legislation coming very soon. You'll see. And so yesterday he announced his resignation. And then we also have this video, which we shared earlier in the video, where he was seen purchasing shawarma with Bitcoin, just like Trump was seen buying burgers in New York City with Bitcoin as well actually late last year in 2024. He also shared this where he says, it's time to put an end to creating a central bank digital currency in Canada. This bill will ban central bank digital currency, protect cash use, ensure businesses accept it, and maintain cash infrastructure. Less government control equals more freedom and privacy for Canadians, especially contrary to Justin Trudeau, who said this back in 2022 about Bitcoin.
We haven't really seen a lot of concrete proposals from Mr. Poilievre. I mean, he did make one. That's not fair. You're right. He had one great opportunity for people to opt out of inflation. He recommended this last spring. You can opt out of inflation if you invest your money in Bitcoin. Yeah. No. He stayed up late, watched all sorts of YouTube videos, and came to that conclusion. He said that himself. Buy Bitcoin, opt out of inflation. Well, any Canadian who actually listened to, maybe that's why those guys with the flags are so mad at me. Any Canadian who listened to him would have lost more than half their life savings since last March.
And so this guy says everyone who fights against Bitcoin eventually becomes irrelevant. This video is from September 2022. Not only Justin Trudeau was finally forced to resign today, but Bitcoin has gone up 5x since this statement. So great for Bitcoin and great for Canada as well. And then we have Sui, which recently introduced SuiDePin. So the Sui ecosystem is growing fast. almost impossible to keep track of. They're active in gaming, DeFi, and even meme coins. And now those who want to use Sui's unique advantages for DePIN will also be able to do so more easily with SuiDePIN. And so SuiDePIN, it calls itself the AI layer of the internet. The idea is to provide infrastructure for DePIN projects that want to use Sui, as well as users who want to earn Sui by sharing some of their disk space. And by now, most of you know what DePIN is and how these decentralized networks present themselves to the market. However, one of the big differences here is the use of AI. First of all, one of SuiDePIN's main products is an AI agent marketplace. Since AI agents need a lot of memory to run and do their thing, this is a natural direction for some DePIN projects to go. And the intersection of two of the industry's hottest trends, AI agents and all things Sui, means there's a lot of attention on this project. The IDO took place on January 1st to 3rd, and it was on Paid Network, Turbos, Fjord, Ape Terminal, and SuiPad, the native Sui launchpad. And so we can see SuiPad did very well, actually. It did about a 7x from its launch. So SuiPad bringing DePIN to Sui. And then we have Raydium on Solana is surpassing Uniswap in monthly DEX volume. So October was Raydium's first month as the #1 at DEX by volume across all chains. This trend accelerated in November with Raydium eclipsing Uniswap in monthly DEX volume by roughly 30%. And the platform's success is largely attributed to its dominance within the Solana ecosystem. In November 2024, Raydium consistently captured over 60% of daily DEX volume on Solana, and meme coin trading obviously has become a substantial driver of Raydium's volume, with meme coins accounting for an all-time high of 65% of Raydium's monthly volume in November. And so on DeFi Llama, we can also see the DEX's volume by chain, and we can see Solana as at the top here, with Ethereum behind it, and then Base and BSC, and Sui right after in at number 5. So Solana is still leading by all-time DEX volume and is doing big numbers, and Raydium also, and Raydium doing $2.465 billion in the last 24 hours and $319 billion in all-time volume. So Raydium has been one of those coins where I wish I just held on to my spot bag since I bought. I remember looking at it in November of 2023. I was buying some spot, and I was doing a little bit of trading. I remember purchasing it around 17 cents. So it was somewhere around here. Maybe it was late October. So it was like somewhere around 17 cents. And I look back now at that, if I had just bought this and held this, and I'd be up around 20x on my Raydium spot buys. So Raydium is one that I didn't expect to do as well as it did this cycle. But it has done, some of the biggest numbers for what was a pretty, medium cap altcoin back in November 2023. So it looks pretty great right now. It's holding above these highs right now. I expect this to probably consolidate somewhere. Yeah, consolidate something like this while Bitcoin consolidates, and then we'll probably make new highs, towards this, $6.50 range pretty soon, because Raydium is capturing all of the volume on Solana. And also in tandem with the meme coins and Solana volume, we had AI agents, which are also a lot of volume on Solana as well. And recently, NVIDIA's founder said this about AI agents.
There's 1 billion knowledge workers in the world. It is very, very clear AI agents is probably the next robotics industry and likely to be a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity.
So as we've been saying the last few weeks, AI agents are going to be one of the next hottest narratives, and I think it's going to become even bigger. The total market cap of AI meme coins has surpassed $11 billion, with Solana-based meme coins leading across all chains. You can see AI16Z here at $2.4 billion market cap, Fartcoin at $1.3 billion, Turbo 700 million, and FAI at $625 million. Then we also have the entire AI agent sector is only $15 billion, and meme coins are $121 billion. The AI agent sector is on a speed run to $100 billion. So you can see we have a little bit to catch up on AI agents, and especially with meme coins and AI agents on Solana, we're going to continue to see a lot of demand being drawn to Solana. Now it has surged above this level of this $206 level. So we are holding above this. We are doing a little bit of consolidation on the low time frame, so this is good. I mean, actually, this is a daily time frame. We are doing a little bit of consolidation here, which is good. We want to hold above this level. As long as we can hold above this $206-ish level and then continue back upwards, we're looking very good on Solana. So it's looking pretty good on the daily chart there. And then we have Injective 3.0, everything you need to know. So what is INJ 3.0? Well, it represents the latest evolution of Injective's tokenomics. At its core, the upgrade aims to dramatically decrease the supply of INJ that continues until Q1 2026. However, beyond these adjustments, INJ 3.0 builds on Injective's unique tokenomic design to enhance its programmability and reinforce deflationary nature, while fostering the growth of a dynamic ecosystem of decentralized applications and financial products. So to start, if you didn't know, Injective is different from all other Layer 1s in that Injective burns a portion of the ecosystem's protocol-generated revenue every week, and this allows deflationary activity to horizontally scale with the size and success of its ecosystem. Now, the flywheel of INJ tokenomics is the dynamic supply. As more INJ is staked, the rate of deflation is increased programmatically. Currently, INJ is one of the largest stake networks with over 50% of the supply staked. This allows the rate of supply reduction to increase over time. Then also there's a burn auction, which is held weekly. The burn auction invites participants to bid on a basket of tokens accumulated from a portion of the revenue generated by Injective dApps. But the TLDR is every week a portion of dApp revenue is auctioned off to the highest bidder, and the winning INJ bid is then burned. So if dApp revenue goes up, so does the effective burn. Additionally, INJ 3.0 set a schedule for quarterly decreases in the supply rate bounds, timed with the Bitcoin halving. Over 2 years, the lower bound will decrease by 25% from 5 to 4%, and the upper bound will decrease by 30% from 10 to 7%. Together, these parameter adjustments increase INJ's deflation rate by 400%. And we can see that recently in INJ's price, which has just been up for the last week. It's been only green candles for, it looks like the last week since the beginning of the year. So INJ is making a bit of a comeback. It has had the longest amount of chop and consolidation from around April. This is 9 months now. So for 285 days, we've been chopping between $15 and around $32. So we've been in this range for the longest amount of time. Once we can get back above this blue box, we will be super bullish. But until then, it is a very choppy coin, so I don't like to trade this one. It is nice to hold, but this isn't one that I would want to be trading actively because of how choppy it is. So I'm looking for something like this where we reclaim this level of $23, then we continue higher, and then we reclaim this level of $30, and then we're back off to the races. But until we break above this blue box, it is kind of in a no trade zone as we continue to chop around. But hopefully these new INJ 3.0 tokenomics will help it, go much higher. And then lastly, today we have Root to be listed on Hyperliquid, enabling cross-chain deposits from over 30 networks. So Router Protocol, a leading cross-chain solutions provider in crypto, announced an integration with the highly performant Layer 1 blockchain and decentralized exchange Hyperliquid to enable cross-chain deposits to over 30 EVM and non-EVM chains, including Solana, Sui, Tron, Base, and Ethereum. With this integration, Router Nitro becomes the first bridge to enable single interface deposits to Hyperliquid. This eliminates the need for the current two-step process, which involves transferring assets to Arbitrum and then to Hyperliquid, which is kind of weird. I'm surprised they haven't gotten that figured out just yet. I mean, now they're getting to it, but I'm surprised because I did it recently and you have to transfer to Arbitrum, then you have to transfer to Hyperliquid, which for how big the ecosystem is, I'm surprised you still have to do that. Anyways, Hyperliquid has experienced a rise over the last 6 months, generating over $1 billion in net stablecoin inflows, over $3 billion in total value locked since its token launch. Its deposit bridge also holds over $2 billion worth of stablecoins. And more recently, it launched its native staking, allowing token holders to stake and accrue yield on their Hype tokens across 16 validators. And then also recently, Hyperliquid is now over 40% of the Hype staked on the chain. So over 40% of all Hype is currently being staked on Hyperliquid. And Hyperliquid is starting to consolidate between this level of around, $29, $30, and around $23. So we are still in this range. We have gone up a little bit over the past couple of days. We have started to make higher lows and higher highs on the 4-hour chart. So it is looking pretty bullish on that time frame. So we could continue to go up. And I would like to see us break back above $29 before entering a position. Likewise, if we do break down to under $23, I would like to see us reclaim it before entering a position again. I don't know if we will go this low. I'm hoping to set bids down here at $18. There are still a lot of whales who haven't, sold their tokens, but there's also 40% now staking. So not sure entirely if we will go this low, but I do have bids set all the way down here in case we do. But for positions, I'd like to see us, break above this $30 level, or I'd like to see us break down here and then reclaim this $23 level. So that's Hyperliquid. Luckily, we can now bridge to it from, 30 different chains. And then lastly, with Bitcoin, which is consolidating around $100,000, I would like to see us hold this level and then continue higher. It would be nice if we could pump into Trump's inauguration. I hope we don't just chop until then, but we'll have to see what happens. That's it for the video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.